Hello and welcome to the most must-see sports broadcast this side of the Mason-Dixon line. Welcome to UC Sports. I'm Brandon Carney alongside Hezekiah Johnson. And Hez, we've got a lot to discuss, especially on the ice.
That's right, Brandon. The men's and women's hockey team continue to be the center of attention here at Stores. And we've got all the updates. So sit back, relax. UC Sports starts right now. Hockey continues to rule in Stores, but tonight, unlike last week, we're not leading our show with the men. The UConn women's hockey team took down number 2 seeded Providence in the first round of the Hockey East tournament, making this the first time the number 2 team has lost in the first round. After losing the first game of a 3-game set, the Huskies stole the next 2 games from the Friars, and then the clincher, freshman Natalie Snodgrass, scored both goals in the UConn's 2-1 win. The ladies will now head north for a matchup with the number 1 seeded Boston College Eagles on Saturday for the right to play for the championship the very next day.
And on the men's side, we finally got some clarity about who, when, and where they'll be playing. UConn is the number 5 seed in the Hockey East tournament and will have a first-round bye. When the second round gets underway, they'll be playing the number 4 seeded Boston University Terriers in Boston. But there's one big question for the men heading into the game, and that is who will be starting in net. While Tanner Creel has started the last 9 games for UConn, Adam Husky is healthy now, and as you can see here, he's got the better numbers on the season. Husky was actually healthy for their last game against UMass, but Coach Kavanaugh chose to stick with Creel while the Huskies rode their 7-game win streak, likely with the mindset of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But now that the streak is broken, will they go back to Husky for the tournament? 100% of the responses on our Twitter poll said Husky should start, but we'll just have to wait and see.
The UConn men's basketball team suffered their 7th loss out of their last 9 games Sunday afternoon to the Memphis Tigers with a final score of 83-79. The Huskies started the game off well, knocking down their first 3 three-point shots. Their offense then started to slow down, and the Tigers took full advantage, holding a 81-38 lead midway through the second half. The Huskies then started to fight their way back into the contest with the help of Jalen Adams and Quentin Williams. Jalen came in clutch in the second half, shooting 70% from the field after his very slow start. However, Williams was the real spark plug for the Huskies off the bench, who posted a team-high 7 rebounds in just 10 minutes of play. Even with their 100% effort at the end, they just came up short. The Huskies have just 2 regular season games left until the conference tournament in Florida. Their next challenge will be against Temple on Wednesday as they say goodbye to their 5 seniors. On the women's side, they're 28-0. The ladies Huskies dominated SMU Mustangs for an 80-36 win on Saturday. There is nothing unusual for the number 1 team in the nation to win against a 10-18 team. But they almost left them scoreless in the second quarter. The Huskies outscored the Mustangs 32-1 in that quarter as part of a 43-0 run. The Huskies celebrate their 2 All-American players, Kia Nurse and Gabby Williams, for their senior night, which happened across the street less than an hour ago. And Gabby isn't just making headlines this week because of senior night. Both her and Katie Lou Samuelson were named as 2 of the 10 semifinalists for the Naismith Player of the Year Award. So shout out to Gabby and Kia for a great 4 years, and shout out to Gabby and Katie Lou for being named semifinalists.
UConn baseball has won their second straight series to kick off the 2018 season. They took 2 out of 3 games from southeastern Louisiana, with 2 wins coming in a Saturday doubleheader. UConn now sits at 4-2 on the season, but surprisingly, both losses have come in starts made by Husky ace Tim Cate. He definitely pitched better in his second start, allowing just 2 earned runs, but he also walked 3 and racked up 110 pitches in only 5 innings of work. It's still very early in the season, but there's no doubt UConn will be looking to get more out of their potential first-round MLB draft pick. On a more positive note, catcher Zach Soucy was named American Conference Player of the Week after leading the Husky offense going 6 for 14 with 5 RBIs over the weekend. Soucy is also a native of Southington, Connecticut, which happens to be the hometown of both myself and our producer in the back, Kyle Berry. So what can we say? The town produces stars. Switching gears a bit, typically an FBI investigation into college basketball would be the leading story on our show. So why are we just getting to it now? Well, because the information released has made no mention of the Huskies, and UConn seems to be pretty safe right now. One of the more interesting storylines here is that former Maryland center Diamond Stone was named in the report. Stone looked like he may be headed to UConn for a while during his recruiting, but ultimately chose Maryland. The reports state that Stone was gifted more than $14,000 by Andy Miller while he was a freshman at Maryland back in 2015. So while Sean Miller sweats through his shirt and DeAndre Ayton tries to hide $100,000 under his mattress, UConn appears to be clean thus far. So don't worry, fans. Even though things haven't gone great on the court the past few seasons, those banners hanging up at Gamble won't be coming down anytime soon.
And as always, we'll close the show checking in on the best alumni UConn sport has to offer, starting with an Olympic medal. 2010 graduate Felicia George, who was on the track team here at UConn, won a bronze medal as part of the Canadian bobsled team. George had been to the Olympics before as a hurdler, but never brought home a medal until now. Also, former UConn great Emeka Okafor can finally say goodbye to the 10-day contracts. The New Orleans Pelicans plan to sign Okafor through the end of the season, according to UConn's Yahoo Sports. Okafor is averaging 6.3 rebounds and 2 blocks per game, and has been vital in the team's effort to replace All-Star center DeMarcus Cousins.
Also, there was Husky on Husky crime last night.
Oh my gosh.
Andre Drummond kicked Kemba Walker's pocket and went coast to coast for the finish. Got the video for you. Check that out.
He played in the old Metro, and that was good basketball. Cincinnati's, Southern Mississippi, Florida State's. Oh, wow. You see what Andre Drummond's doing, dribbling that ball? Ooh, what just happened there?
Now, UConn is generally known for producing guards rather than big men. And
It
looked like Drummond was trying to be a little bit of a guard there. I guess he picked something up while he was here.
What can I say? That's one versatile big man, but he's not as versatile as us. No. We'll be back next week at 7:30 this same time. UC Sports, we'll see you later.